I really want to find a YouTube of real cats in like a deep fake, and hopefully it's less weird.
Find or make?
I've got time.
Well, then maybe you could edit an episode.
Oh, you jellicle bitch.
A big joke from someone who also doesn't edit the episode.
Welcome to this week's episode of the Lads Film Thing podcast, where four friends discuss a film and generally have a good time. And be warned, there will be spoilers, although there's literally no story.
They've spoiled it enough themselves.
Yes, exactly. This week we're looking at a film that has been universally panned. 2019's Cats, based on the Andrew Lloyd Webber musical, which is based on the T.S. Eliot Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats. And seeing if there's any hope for it, which we can agree there isn't.
There is not.
So, you have got me, Lucy, Abby,
Hi.
Dan,
Hi.
and Sam.
Hello.
Let's go. Let's
Let's
get
go.
stuck in.
Who's going to do as a brief? I'm like, nobody at home can see me doing air quotes. Storyline.
Shall I read the...
You go for it, yeah.
So
Because
there's
you messaged us many times throughout the film being like, is there a plot?
Yeah, well, it was like an hour in and I had no idea that there would even be a plot to this film so far. But the actual official plot is an abandoned cat discovers a new life after stumbling into the world of the Jellicles. The tribe...
Jellicle cat.
Oh my God. The tribe competes annually to determine the Jellicle choice who will join...
The Jellicle.
Journey.
Yeah, who would journey, to the Heaviside layer and be reborn. Whatever.
That even makes no sense.
Yeah,
I think they're killing that cat, if we're honest. Like,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
going to cat heaven. Like,
Yeah.
there's a quick way.
Yeah.
exactly.
Was it a hot air balloon over London?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But they're all
yeah.
fighting over it, aren't they? They're like, I want to be the Jellicle cat.
And how are cats getting hot air balloons?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. And how do they know that's what happens?
How many have they got?
Yeah, it doesn't come back, does
one
it?
every year.
Yeah, and if you can make one, make two.
Yeah.
No, but they
That's
have
true.
got thumbs.
Oh, yeah, of
Oh,
course they
yeah.
have. They got hands. Yeah,
They
Yeah,
got
yeah.
full
with
hand.
rings on them.
Christ, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Wow.
so that's the plot then.
Yeah.
And so when I was researching this, because Dan, you were really annoyed at T.S. Eliot for just existing after watching the film Cats.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like really he can be blamed, bearing in mind that this original book was just a collection of separate poems
Yeah.
Yeah.
about cats for children.
Yeah, yeah.
And the error seems to be everything after that was done with it.
No, I think Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical is actually pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
And like from the 80s,
Oh,
it was
okay.
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah,
universally cherished and loved. Like, and I think a couple of us have seen the stage show, but it works really well
Really?
yeah,
because
absolutely.
there's no CG involved. The costumes are great. Like, it's a really good show, and you don't even realize how weak the plot is in the theatre
Oh,
show. Like,
really?
it's
Really?
actually just a good like evening.
There's a lot you can get away with in theatre, though, isn't it? Like, you watch any show and it's always like the same, like 5 set pieces that they like spin round and move to different bits. And the costumes, like in The Lion King, the lions' faces are like masks on top of the actual actors' heads. Like, you just go with it and it's just fun. But you can't do that in the movies. That does not work.
Yeah,
So-
I think, you're probably right, actually. The audience is only ever viewing it from one viewpoint on a stage, and they can very
Yeah.
carefully curate that. Whereas as soon
Yeah.
as it becomes 3D like this, it's very easy to fuck it up, and they totally did.
Have you guys seen pictures of the makeup and outfits in Cats, the stage show?
Yeah, I think so.
But they look way less creepy.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
look
Yeah.
creepy.
Because they're and that's the point, in the stage show, they're kind of cat people. Like, they look like a different species altogether. Whereas this film, I mean, we're going to discuss it in detail, but they're trying to make people look as much like real cats as they can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's stupid. It's like in a theatre, you know it's a costume, you know it's theatre. That's the point of it.
Yeah.
In movies, there's no place for this.
Yeah.
We have for cats. We have movies about actual cats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did they not just do it about actual cats? Why is it people?
And the scale was completely off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
really
sometimes
is.
the cat's like the size of like a car. Sometimes the cat's the size of like a pebble. Like, it just doesn't
Yeah.
seem to, yeah.
Sometimes they're wearing boots.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're wearing trousers.
Sometimes wearing tap shoes.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they're not wearing coats, and that's the worst bit of
Oh
all.
God, yeah.
Sometimes Idris Elba's shiny butt.
Velvety
Glossy.
skin, which nobody
Glossy
needs to
butt.
see.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So who's doing the first Jellicle area?
It's me. I'm doing the first Jellicle area, which is the Jellicle cast and Jellicle characters.
What is Jellicle? Hang on. What is Jellicle?
I've
Sam, you
no
seem to
idea.
know more about this than anyone
Yeah,
else,
you do
Sam.
actually.
I looked into this as well, and Jellicle, it seems to be like it's a toddler's way of saying "dear little."
What?
And it's like these dear little cats.
Oh.
Like I started thinking it's like toddler speak for like these little cats.
Oh, that's really weird. That's like
Yeah,
a
it
bit
makes
creepy.
it way
creepy.
more creepy, doesn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, especially when you're looking at full-grown adults.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dancing
If
around.
Jellicle meant like street cats, you'd be like, cool, got it, great. It's cats without home. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
But no, it's even like creepier.
But the thing is, they never explain that. It's a made-up word that is used, I guess, over 100 times in the first 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And they never
Yeah.
explain what that word means
Yeah.
at all.
No,
Weird.
Very
it's a
weird.
weird Jellicle choice.
That word just stuck in my head the
Yeah.
whole next day.
Yeah, you were
Drove
like,
me
would you like a
insane.
Jellicle squash? Like,
I'm going to make a Jellicle tea now. God.
I don't think you could drink tea now.
that is the most in joke. That has to be cut out because that is understandable to zero people.
Dan cannot drink tea after COVID because he's too delicate now.
It's Jellicle Dan.
I don't even know how to really get started on the casting characters.
We have a lot to cover.
There is this one.
I think we separate this into two. There are the ballet trained dancers
Okay.
and
Yeah.
Broadway West End actors who I think have made some good choices
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
And then there's the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And mostly they are forced to do the most unpalatable things.
Oh God.
Like I think I maybe saw Judi Dench's vagina. And when I say maybe, I mean definitely.
Cat vagina.
Yeah. And we, like we said, we definitely saw Idris Elba's butt. Ian McKellen was licking out of a bowl.
Oh
There's
yeah.
just
Yeah.
so
weird.
much going on. So
I have lost so much respect for those
No,
actors.
don't say that.
Why is Ian McKellen like stood licking out of a bowl? It was an awful shot.
No.
And Dame, what was her name?
Judi Dench.
Dame Judi Dench, like just sticking her leg like right up in the air. It was just such a weird scene.
yeah,
She did that in real life, like with the.
I don't know. It was just so awkward.
But I
God,
feel
I'm
like all
embarrassed.
these actors have been duped a little bit. I've lost no respect for them because it's like someone said, it's like the Harry Potter saga, like, oh, come on, you've got to get in. It's like Harry Potter, it's amazing. All British actors are in it. Someone's had that conversation with them. Like, it's Andrew Lloyd Webber's musical. It's the best musical in the world. Everyone, like, this is going to be amazing. And they all went for it. And they all get in their little green screen outfits. And they sat down to watch the premiere. And this is what happened.
And what I would say, so Ian McKellen's character Gus was probably one of the best characters,
Yeah.
the least embarrassing character other than the licking out the bowl.
Licking, yeah.
Yeah.
Like he didn't sing in a grandiose way. He
Yeah.
just did a little like talk sing. Was quite don't know. It was the best acting in the entirety of the thing.
I don't know. I would say Jennifer Hudson's Grisabella was
Oh, yeah,
actually
she
very
was
well
good.
acted.
Yeah.
She
I
was
did
very
like
good.
her. She was very unembarrassing as well.
Yeah.
She didn't make a fool of herself
No.
like the rest of them.
But then, like the main cat, Victoria, she was fine. Like,
No,
she was good.
very annoying.
Yeah, she
Really?
kind of just
Yeah.
didn't.
Yeah.
She just walked around and just had her mouth open just the whole time.
Yeah.
It was just one facial expression.
Is she supposed to be
I
like a kitten though? Surely, because she was the one in the bag at the start.
If that's true, that's just super weird.
Yeah.
If she's a kitten,
Yeah.
Why,
Why is
why
she a
was she in a
woman?
bag at the start? That's what they
she's
do
just
to cats they don't want.
Well, yeah, maybe someone just abandoned a cat.
I think that was the other thing. Like, right, if you're like you said that, if it's a kitten, why haven't they got like a good child actor to do it?
Yeah.
That's like smaller or something.
Well,
I don't think they
that
could.
would be super weird
No.
because of all the things that they made that cat do. Like there was like
Yeah.
weird bits, weren't there, where she was kissing that guy, or they were like nuzzling, weren't they, in
Oh,
a
yeah,
cat
yeah.
way?
Yeah.
And yeah, there was too much weirdness.
There seemed to be discrepancies between the casting because it seemed like a lot of the time the age of the actor represented the age of the cat. Like Judi Dench was like old Deuteronomy, and she was like the old wise person, and she's like an 80-year-old actor or whatever she is. And that woman, maybe she's supposed to be a kitten, is clearly just an adult person, and that doesn't make any sense. And that other woman, she is singing about how like her whole life is gone and she's close to death.
Yeah.
But actually, she's like, what, like a 35-year-old woman
Yeah,
or
good
something like
point.
that? Like, I messaged you and I was
Yeah.
like, why is she so sad? And you were like, oh, it's because she's at the end of life. And I was like, oh, I didn't realise that. She just is the same age as all of those
Yeah,
other cats.
true. Yeah. it's
Like,
true.
why is she close to death and the other ones are just like prancing around?
And
Like,
the same way, I
nothing's wrong.
wondered why, because all the cats that sing the songs, they're trying to audition for the Heaviside Lair. But like, why do they all want to like be reborn? Something like that railway cat is having a great time.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why does he
Yeah.
need to go? Even like Rebel Wilson's terrible cat.
Jenny
Like,
Anydots.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can we talk about some of the names?
I hate the names so much.
Yeah, but they're the originals. That's
Yeah, it's the poem names, isn't it?
Yeah, I almost don't want to slag them off because that was never meant to be this.
No, and it was for kids, wasn't it? Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, these are funny names for kids.
I get it.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
I think that's my problem with it. It's been repackaged for like adults, and actually
Yeah.
it was a kids thing, and actually it just feels cringy.
And
Yeah.
having Jason Derulo called Rum Tum Tugger.
Oh god.
Rum Tum Dog is actually my favourite name.
I know, it's
That's
great.
great.
I'm not saying it's not great, but it definitely is like the nickname that we would have for a sex offender when we were at school, where you'd just be like,
Yeah.
oh, look at that guy. Told Rum Tum Tugger again.
Yeah, we all called him Rum Tum
At the
Tugger.
park.
We should have known.
Oh my
Don't be
God.
alone in the PE changing room with Rum Tum Tugger.
Oh no! How can you make this any worse than it already is?
And then it's Jason Derulo.
Yeah,
Turns around.
poor bastard.
Who's everyone's favourite cat?
I honestly
Well-
did not have a favourite cat.
Dan, you have to have a favourite.
Oh,
My favourite it's between two. It is Jason Derulo, if I'm honest. He's fun and he's just like dancing around in that little milk bar, and it's just really like he's just having a good time. I like that about him.
He does always seem happy, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Mr. Mistopheles is good, but Sam, I know you'll probably take that one.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
There's a bit of magic, doesn't he?
And that's actually a great name, isn't it? I
Yeah.
love a cat called Mr. Mistopheles. Dan,
I'd
gonna-
go
I'm-
Mistopheles, I suppose. Just by default, he was just the least annoying one, I think. And he did kind of save the day. After
did.
all, Deuteronomy
Yeah.
was magicked away by McCavity,
Yeah, what's
Idris
that?
and
Elba.
then immediately magic back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
like a plot twist, and then he was like, "No, don't worry, I'll magic her back." Done, all done, mate. What was everyone's favourite Jellicle scene?
Oh God.
Ooh. I'll go first.
Mm-hmm.
Mistopheles' song, because he's the best cat, and it was quite good. He was
Just sing us a bit of it so we remember, please.
and and I like it because he's like the shy, quiet cat, and it's his little moment, and I feel it's quite
Yeah.
nice. It's a feel good, and it's quite easy to be the best scene in such a pile of shite
Yes.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
in a literature of a film.
Cat joke.
I don't know if I had a favourite scene, to be honest. There was the milk bar was
I
fun.
can't even really remember the milk bar. I think it held more for you than it did for
It just
anyone
the
else.
way
Yeah,
that you
it
like.
did, didn't it?
No, he's like dancing on the bar and they're all drinking milk because I don't know. It just
Hmm.
made me think. Yeah, they're just enjoying life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wish
milk.
I was that milk.
What does that mean?
Wish I was that bar.
I don't know. Let's discuss the Taylor Swift scene.
Yeah,
That was notable.
That was a scene, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but one of the least worst scenes, I suppose.
Yeah.
Did you think so? No, because
Well, yeah, I didn't say it was good. I said
Oh,
at least
okay.
worst. I think her English accent was a bit
Oh,
weird.
God, yeah, that was weird.
Yeah,
I just don't even know.
tripe.
Tripe, yeah.
That is an excellent English word. We'll teach
And
you.
she will not know what it means.
Tripe. Yeah, the English accent was really off-putting. Like, it was probably one of the better songs, but it did definitely detract by the fact that her accent was so terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But she seemed like she was having fun with it, so that kind of worked, didn't it?
Yeah, true. Did Rebel Wilson actually put on an English accent?
No, I think she sounded Australian.
Yeah,
In
so
it.
Yeah. It was
it wasn't
like
necessary.
very annoying though as a character.
Yeah.
Like she's like pretty good in some stuff, but
Jenny Anydots.
but as Jenny Anydots. And what was the whole unzipping thing? That was weird.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
What's your favourite scene, Dan?
I was gonna try and be funny and say the end credits were my favourite scene,
Ah,
but no, I think we mentioned it. Well, you mentioned it just now, Sam. My favourite scene was when they actually did make the Jellicle choice, and then I can't remember. Grisabella actually was selected to go to the heaviside layer and then took off in a fucking hot air balloon. And I was like, wait, what? These cats can make hot air balloons? What? This is nuts. That was an entire curveball that I just wasn't expecting. And I was like, oh, okay, this has drawn me in again, because I was getting bored, to be honest.
yeah.
And I was like, okay, this is absolutely batshit crazy again.
See, generally, I think liked the film more than everyone else on the table. Like, it was the worst. It was absolutely terrible, but I couldn't stop smiling the whole
Really?
time, and I just couldn't stop watching. Like, every single scene, I was just sat there with this massive smile on my face, like, what's gonna happen now? Their feet are gliding around on the floor. They're
Oh,
tiny.
God.
They're massive.
Yeah.
There's Judi Dench's ring.
Oh my
There's
god.
Judi Dench's vagina.
It's a fever dream of a film.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
yes.
Right. Now, moving on to what is probably going to be the biggest part of the podcast. What didn't work?
It's hard to nail it down, isn't it? I mean, obviously the CG was just
Amazing.
weird.
Oh.
I mean, this was good CG in terms of the software they're using. I'll give them that. Like,
Yeah.
it was good resolution. They did what they set out to do, but they set out to do the wrong thing.
Yeah. But there's also things like the timing at which the actors' feet are moving compared to where the background is moving. It's just entirely out of time, and it looks like they're just gliding across the floor, or there's no shadow, and it just
Yeah,
looks
sometimes they're
really
like-
Yeah.
weird.
An inch or two above the floor.
Yeah, it's so dodgy.
Yeah.
But I read on YouTube, there's a few references to this, that they spent 4 months making the trailer for the film, and then only 2 months making the whole rest of the film,
Oh no.
which is just, it's going to be a
What?
train wreck if that's the situation, right?
Is the trailer much better than the film?
I
then?
watched the trailer. It's basically, no, it looks, well, I mean, it's still awful because it's the same,
film, yeah.
characters and
Yeah.
film and stuff, but I think they just rushed the whole rest of it.
Yeah. And the whole thing of having them as very realistic humans and cats
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
weird.
No.
A lot of just bad choices, I think.
Yeah.
Like, you can see the outline of their bodies. Like, all the women have breasts. Like, but then.
Just like cats do.
But it's just super weird.
Yeah. And like Idris Elba, like we all know intimately now, even though we don't want to.
Yeah.
Well, you might not want to.
As a cat.
No, I
No.
don't want
Yeah,
that.
that's.
Whatever that was, I don't want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I found it very uncomfortable.
It reminds me of the Sonic the Hedgehog film where they released the trailer and Ugly Sonic was there. All the fans complained. The filmmakers listened, put in the work, made a perfect Sonic, and the film was a rip-roaring success.
Yes, and still is.
Yeah, and
We
still
love
is,
it.
and we are excited
Yeah.
for Sonic 3.
We are, yeah.
But this time they did a trailer. People were like, "What the fuck is that?" And they're like, "Shit cats." Now let's wait for the film.
Yeah.
yeah.
And there we
Yeah.
go.
Let's lean in.
Yeah, but they could have probably tweaked the way the cats look and made it a real 4 out of 10.
Yeah, maybe. I think that's only one part of it, though. And the other part, well, I mean, there's countless other parts, but like the story just is not there.
But that the
Like-
film is limited for that bit, to be fair.
Yes, but what does jellicle mean? And what is the heaviside layer? Like, there's no explanation of
Clearly
those
cat
things.
heaven.
Is it in a hot
Yeah.
air balloon?
How else did you get there?
Why are they
'Cause that hot air
being
balloon is gonna-
reborn
Yeah,
then?
that
Crash.
doesn't make any
What is
sense,
the
yeah.
reborn aspect that's in the official plot?
Or cats get 9 lives.
But also,
Oh, good save.
but also, like, there's other films that are successful that have made up words, like Harry Potter. There's a line at the start where they're like, "Oh, they're Muggles." Oh, that's what us magic folk call non-magic people.
Yeah.
Works perfectly.
Yeah.
Takes 10 seconds, everyone's fine.
Yeah. There's a lot of plot devices for
Yeah.
explaining what you mean about things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, I think that just the fact that it was like that in the stage play doesn't mean that's how
Yeah,
it has to be
exactly.
exactly
Yeah,
for
yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Like, you might just go, well, yeah, that works for the stage because we're happy to suspend reality. For the film, we're going to have to do something a little bit different.
Jellicle clearly means weird human cat monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Living in the
Yeah.
back streets of London.
They could have had actual cats, couldn't
Yeah.
Yeah.
they? They didn't
That
have
would
to
be weird though.
No, they wouldn't.
No,
there's,
that would
there's
be amazing.
films with cats. That movie Cats and Dogs. That's like
Yeah.
25 years old. That's fine.
Or like The Lion King,
Yeah, they could have just had
Yeah.
loads
Yeah.
of
the
cats.
remake.
They
Yeah.
could still sing. They could still tap dance on
Yeah.
the railway tracks.
I would like to see somebody do that. Surely there's like a deep fake somewhere where they've done that.
Yeah, maybe.
I know stuff.
Yeah. And they could have still had those celebrities being the voices
Yeah,
and
exactly.
giving their
Yeah.
personality through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Christ.
And then no one would have to see Ian McKellen lap out of that bowl.
Oh.
Yeah, there's like a
Ian.
weird mix of like half human, half cats. Like, why, if he's wearing like a suit jacket and a hat, why is he licking out of a bowl?
Yeah.
That's not necessary. It's a
Yeah.
cup.
Have
Yeah,
a cup,
yeah.
mate.
Yeah.
You have
He's
actually
got
got thumbs.
hands. Yeah. And it's weird as well, actually, that scene, because he's not crouched down on the floor. It's like up on a shelf, isn't it? And he's like
Yeah.
licking, he's just like leaning into it. And it's just, I know you said, oh, you know, the actors, they didn't know what they were doing. They just got to the premiere and then they were like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, it was always going to be awkward in that situation. There was no way that was not going to look weird
Yeah,
as
that's
fuck.
true.
When Judi Dench was literally there lifting up her leg,
Yeah.
Yeah, why did
with
that
like
have to
3
happen?
people to
Like-
help her get it that high.
Give you that. give you that. These are such good actors, though.
I
don't
know,
you're
I
trying to give them
know.
the benefit
Yeah.
of the
Like
doubt.
Idris Elba was a
Yeah.
very long time being considered for being James Bond or whatever.
Yeah.
Has done
Presumably
this.
Immediately after this film, they were like, it's not
Yeah,
gonna
what
work.
the fuck? No, he can't be James Bond. Yeah.
That's
God.
weird.
Again, though, they got paid.
They
shitloads,
definitely got
surely.
paid.
I would like to actually whinge about the fact that the cat's tails were just wagging all the time
Yeah.
because it was annoying me so much.
Does that not mean they're unhappy?
Well, that's the thing. Like, as a cat lover, like cats' tails are up when they're happy, down when they're sad. There was none of that happening.
Yeah.
They were
Mm.
like cross at each other. Their tails like swishing about behind them. It was so distracting, so annoying. Don't do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Get it right.
Exactly.
Also, a lot of
Employ-
leopard spots for like standard
Yeah.
tabby.
Yeah.
Well, Jellicle cats do have a lot of those.
Oh yeah, that's true. The Jellicle tabbies. Yeah. So now we're going to give some what I think is going to be rather exciting and high scores
Oh,
to this film. So the whole point of this was to see, can we redeem this film?
Okay.
Let's see. So 3 categories: enjoyability, shareability, and masterpiece ability. Each lab will score out of 5, so a total out of 60. Let's see how close we get. Loose, enjoyability.
0.5, Sam.
Oh, Abby.
A 3.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Dan.
A 1.
Ooh, and I'm giving it a 1.5.
Ooh.
Abby, you surprised the nation and the world with a 3.
I
Why?
loved it. Is it a thing of mine that I just love terrible films? Possibly, yes. I loved this film. I enjoy also another film called The Room, which is also terrible. I just smiled the whole way through. I just found
Really?
it so, I was just like, this is amazing. It's the worst and it's so enjoyable. I just
But
loved
did
it.
you enjoy The Killer?
Because that was actually the worst. It wasn't, there was no fun in that. It was
Yeah, it's
zero.
fun. Yeah, that's true.
Zero
Yeah.
entertainment in The Killer, whereas this was like, what the fuck is going to happen next?
I would say, yes, The Killer is a boring ass film.
Agreed.
But the 10-15 minutes with Tilda Swinton, I enjoyed
Oh, I love that bit,
more
yeah.
than the entire of this film.
I agree to disagree.
Plot twist.
Yeah, no, I forgot the Tilda Swinton bit was actually pretty good on that.
That's a slightly redeeming aspect of that film.
Yeah.
Love Tilda. Thank God she wasn't in Cats.
Oh my
Thank
god.
God.
She might have saved this
God.
film.
No.
No. Do you
Yeah.
reckon she was asked? Maybe,
Maybe.
she said no.
But if Ian McKellen can't save it, no one can.
That's true. Yeah. Luce, you're, I think it's fair to say, the cat lover of the group, and you gave it a half mark.
Because it just, the bad things distracted me and they took away from the enjoyment. I liked it for the fun of it. I liked it for like the nostalgia of the show and everything. I wanted to like it, but some stuff just actively brought the score down, and it annoyed me. And that's the second time I've seen it, or maybe third, and it gets worse every time.
Yeah, I can absolutely see how that would be the case. Like, it was enjoyable for me because I've never seen it before. I was just like, what the fuck is happening? It was amazing. But if I had to sit through that again,
Yeah.
I would not be loving it.
Yeah.
I think I was enjoying it a bit, and then I was enjoying it purely because of how bad it was and how cringy it is. But then I just kind of got bored. I was just like, it just consistently just is bad all through, and I was just like, you know what? Don't even care anymore.
Yeah.
It's just bad. There's no storyline. Don't care what happens to any of these things.
Fair enough. Well, that's a total of 6 for enjoyability. Let's see if we can beat it with shareability. Dan.
I gave it a 1.
Okay. Ab.
1.
Ooh, loose.
1.
It's also a 1 from me. So we're in
Hey.
agreement with 4. Is anyone sharing it with anyone because they think they'll enjoy it?
No.
No.
Anyone sharing it with anyone just kind of like The Ring, where you're supposed to share this stuff, like
Oh yeah.
to stop a curse?
I'm sharing it with people I do not like.
I
Yeah.
shared it with someone because I thought it would just be incredibly distracting and just make them laugh.
Might share it with like a toddler.
Yeah. Someone who doesn't know better. Yeah.
Who would just like be interested to see the weirdness,
Yeah.
like mesmerised.
And like our daughter loves Taylor Swift, so we might tell her to watch it.
Yeah.
The question was, can we beat it with shareability? And the answer was no, we cannot. But can we do any further damage with masterpiece ability? I think so. So masterpiece ability. Let's go. Ab.
It was a 0 from me, Sam.
Dan.
0.
Okay, lose.
I gave it a 1.5.
I also gave it a 1.5.
Wow.
Yeah, so I think they went out to make a film. It was, I like the sets. It was colourful. They clearly spent a lot of money on the animation, and it was crisp and like good effects, but not what we saw. Like, it didn't look shit. It just looked terrible. What it was.
Yeah.
It was well done crap. I think that's
It was a well done piece
Yeah.
of crap.
and like the songs were good, but like they're based on somebody else's songs from like 40 years ago.
Yeah.
So they can't really take credit from that. But yeah, 1.5 is not a masterpiece, but they put some effort in. Luce, your 1.5?
For me, it's just, well, really, it's just that the source material is good, and they've just adapted it in a really weird way. Like the stage show was like revolutionary at the time, wasn't it? That's why it did so well. What was it like in the 80s?
Yeah, I think so.
And the songs are catchy, they're good, but it just didn't translate onto the screen for me. But I don't want to take away from like the original stuff. That's still really good.
Yeah. You guys with your zeros?
Yeah, it was a bad one.
Yeah, I mean, I hear what you're saying about that stuff, but generally, like, I like a film. What I like about a film is a good story, and any of the other stuff on top of that is a bonus. But this had literally zero
Yeah, true.
story worth watching or whatever.
Okay, well, that gives Cats a total score of 13 out of 60, which
Oof.
I don't think it makes the top 10 for us.
No, I don't think it makes the top like 22 for us.
No.
I think that's our lowest
Yeah, that's
ever.
got to be the lowest.
Well, we tried to see if there was anything redeeming in Cats, and the answer this time is no.
Mm. Well done, Tom Hooper.
Oh.
Stick to Grange Hill next time. He used to direct Grange Hill.
I got that, yeah.
It was fun though. It gets, well, I don't know where these points would lie, but I've enjoyed sharing.
I didn't
with
have
you
a bad
guys.
evening.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
fun to chat about.
It was
That's
good,
why
like,
my
texting you
enjoyability
all,
was
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Let's never do it again.
Yeah. Thank you guys for coming along to this week's Lads Film Club and joining us where we discussed Cats, the musical.
We'd love to know what you thought about it too. Were you as freaked out as we were?
Let us know on our Twitter, Insta, or Facebook. Find the details in the description, please.
And if you enjoyed listening to our podcast, please leave us a rating and review.
So grab your popcorn.
Round up your lads.
Keep watching.
And join us next week.
Bye.
Jellicle.
Jellicle.
Because Judi Dench, she said that she felt her cat looked a bit mangy.
It's a weird word choice, isn't it?
Do you mean mangy?
We saw her mangy, didn't we?
Oh no.
And it looked fine to me.